busy as always. As most of you know, I don't really have time for YouTube, but I'll try and plug one here and there where I can. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that Susie just had, wow, you're going to go for it, yeah? Anyway, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that Susie just had a 12,000 mile service. That and amongst other little sort of items I've bought recently, I was just going to run through. But yeah, servicing, man, I feel like that's something that really hurts Triumph. Even like the 6,000 mile service, where you're only all you're ever doing is getting an oil and filter change from them. But you know, if you've got a new bike, you need to have that for your warranty, and the same goes for a 12,000 mile service. So it's been pretty much just over 2 years since I've got Susie, I think. I can't fucking remember. Feels like I haven't had her that long, to be fair, which is a good sign. So yeah, basically like she had a 12,000 mile service, and it was about £708 including VAT, which is a lot of money. And I ain't rich, man. I had to plan to try and get that money, like, you know, save and be strategic for a month or two of what I spend, because, you know, one, I want them to honour any warranty that is left, which is probably not now, but two, also with the 12,000 mile service, it is a little bit different to that 6,000 mile service, because they do you know, check your valve clearances and adjust any if they needed. But like, even by the mechanic's own admission, he said like they never, the 1050s never need that. Yeah, he said the 1050s never ever need it at 12,000 miles. So I was like, oh, fair enough, like, it's a fair point. Open road, to worry about people unnecessarily braking. So anyway, yeah, like they never need the valve clearances doing, but there's a bit more to it than that, and that's things like their headstock bearings and like swing arm bearings and all that, making sure that's all nice and lubed up and tight and there's no play in it. You know, bleed the brakes and whatnot, and like really sort of really can feel the difference. And I've had it done on 2 other bikes now, and same goes for back then. Like every time it come out from one of them 12,000 mile services, it did feel pretty pucker, I won't lie. But I completely understand why some people might just go, nah, fuck that, it's not worth the money. Like, I mean, I feel like it is worth the money, I just feel like it is a lot of money. Yeah, it's a difficult one to sort of comprehend, but you know, it kind of is what it is. And I suppose if you haven't got a brand new Triumph with a warranty, yeah, there's no need to go to Triumph for it, is there? You can definitely get like a more local motorcycle dealer workshop to do it for you, or as long as you obviously trust them. I suppose that's the other thing you're paying for as well, a little bit, like that peace of mind that if someone does a shit job from Triumph, you know, that's a brand there that you've got something to go back to, not just matey in a workshop. Not putting down, like, you know, independent garages, but at the same time they can just tell you to fuck off. They don't care. They haven't got a franchise or a brand image to worry about to an extent. So yeah, there's loads of for and against. Personally, like, I mean, I change the oil every 3,000 miles or after a track day anyway. So it gets sort of technically double what it should service wise. Yeah, it gets technically double what it should in terms of its servicing, but yeah, you know, I have felt the difference, and my brakes definitely needed a bleed, so well worth it. And I need some new pads actually. So yeah, I've got Speed RS pads in this at the minute, like the revised pads from Brembo that they've brought, because the Speed RS has got the same front brakes, but it's got different pads. And I thought, you know, I'll go get the revised pad and see if that's any different, because in the 44T review, the Baron and Fagan both said like, oh, the brakes do feel excellent. So I thought, fuck it, I'll give it a go, and they were much better, like tenfold, like really noticeable difference. That and my old pads were a bit shagged, so hence why they, I probably really felt the difference. Let's just go straight to the kick. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, like I had a little bit of a spend up on I'll say a spend up, obviously that's 710 quid. That, and then I've sort of just been buying a few little bits to try and sort out, like some few little niggly issues that I've had, because since I've put the clip-ons on this bike, the vibration you get through the fucking handlebars is, it's a bit too much, man. Like, if you're an hour on the bike, which is typically my home to work commute time, my little pinky starts to get a bit numb from all the vibration, and it's because they've just got no weights in them whatsoever. They're just light as anything, got no kind of damping of that vibration you get now that they're attached directly to the fucking forks. And I've sort of been meaning, I've tried a few things in the past, like, stick some rubber in there, just don't fucking do anything. So I was trying to read up on bar ends and seeing if they can find something to help, and a lot of sort of posts were saying, bar ends do help, but only to a certain extent. They tend to not be heavy enough, and blah blah blah. So I thought I'd try and find the heaviest pair I could on eBay, and I found this set that I've put on now. So they look quite nice. It's a nice finish, and just solid black, like really good fit as well. Some of these cheaper bar ends that you get, don't pull out me, some of the cheaper bar ends that you can find, the mechanism they use, which is basically a bolt, a nut and a bit of rubber, and the idea is the bolt squishes the rubber, and as we all have probably experienced, like the rubber or the bolt spins, so it never ever tightens up. And I had that with my old set, which you've probably seen in another video, and they looked shocking, they looked fucking awful, but I just had to have something to plug the end of these bars with. And so I found this, and I thought I'd give them a go, and they weigh 200 grams each side. Now that might not seem a lot, but trust me, that's fucking heavy for a bar end, and you can really feel it when you hold it. So I fitted them, and this morning was the first time I literally obviously tried, one, the bike out from the service, so it felt great anyway, and then two, with these bar ends, and the difference is just, it's night and day. Like, they're so good. I'll link them in the description as well, because they are cheap. They're only like 25 quid or something. I could be wrong, might remember that wrong, but I'm sure they're about that. And man, the vibration they take out, especially on this where it's quite bad, and I've got a buckled rotor on the front, which definitely doesn't help my situation, but it really does take the bloody sort of effort out of riding this thing away from it. It's just, I sort of really enjoyed even not being too silly this morning or now, and I'm just quite happy sitting on the bike and not having to hoon it to enjoy myself. So that's quite nice. What else have I done? I've got a new visor, which you can't see, although I will cut a slide in, but apparently this is green. You let me know if that's green or not. Fucking green, every colour but green. But oh man, you don't half notice when you get a new visor. You're like wow, it's like my old visor was shit. It was so bad, like couldn't believe how much clearer everything was this morning. Again, first time I sort of used it, and oh man, so much better. So that mirror, as you might have noticed, that I bought these mirrors in bloody, I got them for Christmas, just like cheap Rizoma knockoffs, but like decent quality. They don't shake or nothing unless you're doing like silly speed, but yeah, they don't move either at silly speed, which is always nice. But I tell you what, it's so nice not having to give it the old fucking this while I'm riding, and kind of not knowing if you know, a police officer is following me, because aside from someone, you know, me slowing down abruptly and checking if I'm about to get rear-ended, the only other thing I'm using that for is pulling onto a motorway, and even then I'm looking over my shoulder more than I am looking in that mirror, or I'm looking to see if there's old Bill behind me. It's that simple. But it is nice, man. It takes the edge off of sort of, you know, having to look behind you and whatnot, and so I'm actually quite enjoy having that back at the minute. So yeah, that's another thing. I did order some Stom grips for the tank, but they ain't turned up. I'm a bit fucked off by that, so I need to try and dig out an email and find out where the fuck they are. They should have been here about a week ago. They ain't turned up. Well, I've been too busy to sort of think about chasing it. But yeah, Stom grips, man, they're so good. Like I'm sure in another video on Instagram I'll put more than one post up about them, and just I don't know if it'll be relaxed. Like take the strain off of your arms and your wrists and stuff, like when you're braking and whatnot. So yeah, what else? Anything else? Need a new rear tyre, but I think it will survive one more track day, and then that's it, it's fucked. So I'll hold on for that. I need new pads and stuff. Did I say that? Oh, I can't fucking remember. I need new front pads, but I can't be doing the Speed RS pads again, not for £130. They are great, but £130 now for brake pads, no chance. EBC do their like best ones for 80 quid or something, so I'm just going to give them a go and see how they feel. And I really hope they feel better than the Triumph ones, because if not I'm going to have to go back to 130 quid the next time. We'll see though. But yeah, these Speed RS pads haven't really lasted me. I mean, granted, I'm very, very heavy on the brakes. Like, I really do fucking give them some abuse on track. I reckon that'll be my downfall one day, is going a that little bit too hard on the brakes, and it will fuck me. But anyway, that's why the pads have worn out, because I've done 2 track days and about 1,000 or 2,000 miles tops on the road, and they're just gone. So other than that, that was all. Nothing too much. I've got a load of on the road footage I need to edit and throw that up as well next week. So aside from that, I guess I'll catch you next time. Any thoughts or comments, throw them below. I always try to respond to all of them, albeit if they're not straight away, I'll do it as quick as I can. It's just it's quite a lot of comments nowadays. It used to be easier when there was only a few subscribers. But yeah, there's a lot of comments, so yeah, don't feel bad if I don't get back to you for a while, or at all. I do appreciate all of it. Yeah, catch you in the next one, I guess.